The board is searching for a new superintendent following the resignation of Brian Osborne in June. Currently, the district assistant superintendent of administration, James Bemerly, is working as acting superintendent. The board also plans to select candidates for the first round of interview at a meeting on November 10th. Doherty wrote in the release that the board expects that the new superintendent will start on or before July 1st, 2015. At a forum on September 13th, a consultant said that 22 or 23 candidates have already applied for the job. Doherty wrote, the board is pleased by the thoughtfulness and volume of community input to the superintendent search process. Approximately 650 online surveys have been completed. No.
Yes.
650 online surveys. Do you think that's significant?
It's probably more than they got before. Or, in their effort to reach out to the community, it's probably a big deal considering.
And that's acceptable. You think 650 is acceptable? We have about, I forget the community.
6,000 people in the district, 6,000 kids.
6,000 kids.
Yeah, that may not be 6,000 families.
So that's
6,000 kids.
Right, so that's 10% of the total kids. And 10%? That's not bad, though.
Yeah.
10%.
I mean, again, like I said, when you do a survey.
You expect 10%.
Or a poll, these polling agencies, they're only polled 1,000, maybe 93 people.
Yeah,
in order
but
to
I was
say what
looking
the
at
whole
I was looking at it from community wide more than anything else. The whole community rather than just the school community. That's what I was thinking. So I mean, maybe 650 is not bad when you look at it. Anyway, and there have been 200 participants involved in interviews, focus group, and open forum.
Yes.
Members of the public will have at least 2 more opportunities to provide input to the development of the leadership profile and search criteria that will be used to identify and evaluate superintendent candidates, wrote Doherty. These opportunities are Monday, October the 6th, in the district meeting room at 525 Academy Street, Maplewood Elementary and Middle School Parents Focus Group from 7 to 8:15 p.m., and an open forum open to the community from 8:15 to 9:30 p.m. I think we should go and see if we could broadcast that. What do you think?
That sounds like a plan.
And then Thursday, October the 9th, in the Columbia High School Library, Midland High School Parents Focus Group from 7 to 8:15 p.m., open forum open to the community from 8:15 to 9:30 p.m., and teachers and support staff from 3:45 to 4:45 p.m. So there you have it. The criteria, the superintendent search criteria. We're just going to continue with the news. And then there's this other story, making South Orange business friendly. I mean, there is more information regarding that criteria. It also says members of the public can also speak on Monday, October 13th at a special meeting of the board in the Columbia High School Library. Although the public session will move immediately to closed session so that the board members can review the leadership.
So this is going to be in the Columbia High School Library. So I guess they're expecting a large group of people, hopefully, and maybe interactive or, an open dialogue rather than a board situation.
Okay.
It's a different setting, so I guess they expect a different outcome from a different setting.
Okay. Now here's another news story. Making South Orange business friendly. Business seemed to be booming in South Orange. Note the opening of Riccarton and the Gateway, a new business and improvement on Irvington Avenue.
What's the Gateway?
It's that place on South Orange Avenue.
What is it?
It's the I think it's the where they have that new building. The new building going up right by the
What kind of business
transit.
is that?
It is the apartment building.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I hope so.
Yeah, but leaders in South Orange say they are not resting on their laurels. The newly created Business Code Review Task Force is hosting a Business Code Review Business Owner Breakfast on Wednesday, October the 1st, 2014 at 8:30 a.m. in the Sopak Loft. Business owners are encouraged to attend to hear about the work of the task force and share experience and suggestions of how the village can improve the business owner experience. No RSVP is required. According to the release from the task force, the village of South Orange is intent on improving business owners' experiences with town officials and departments with the singular goal of making South Orange the most business-friendly community in the area and beyond. The task force, which is made up of village trustees and administration, consulting professionals, organizations, business owners, and residents, had been given these major tasks: identify problem areas in South Orange codes, permits, and other processes, find solution to those problems, and streamline inspection, permitting, and other regulations that affect businesses in South Orange. And I wanted. What do you think about those letter to the editors? And I picked out this letter to the editor was done by my good friend named James Nathanson. You know James Nathanson?
No, not yet. Until you introduced me.
Well, he's a person that's been very active in South Orange and Maple. He's one of those guys. Do you remember something called Education First?
Yes, I do.
All right. Remember James? I think James Nathanson was part of that with Bill Gold. Remember that? And you know who was part of that? You remember Robert Marchman?
Yes, I do remember him.
Yeah, he was the only person of color that was part of that. Do you remember that?
No. So what happened to this organization?
Education First?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they lost the election. They became Education Second. They wasn't first anymore. Anyway, what do you... Now, James Nathanson wrote a letter to the editor, and it's titled, Smith is about balanced priorities.
I'm listening. Keep going.
I write to support Donna Smith's candidacy for the school board.
Who is this writing this?
James Nathanson. We won the community coalition and race together. We sat on a few. I think that's where I knew him personally.
Go ahead.
I think he used to be on the planning board in Maplewood as well. Anyway, with Donna, what we get is leadership, experience, and balance. A long-time South Orange resident, her 3 children went through the public school in our district. Over a 15-year period, she has been active in the PTA, so she has long-term boots on the ground, experience with curriculum, teachers, and administrators. She has held leadership roles as co-president of the South Mountain PTA and co-president of the PTA Council. Most importantly, for a prospective board member, Donna has a keen sense that our financial resources must be spent wisely. For example, she was instrumental in orchestrating citizens' resistance to the Board of Education ill-considered proposal to build an $8 million swimming pool complex at Columbia High School. Do you remember that?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, they had that campaign to stop the pool. It's funny. In that stop the pool, that pool was only going to benefit like about
8 people. I know you keep saying that. I didn't want to talk about that pool.
Okay.
Because I had a discussion about that pool, and the person who initiated the thought doesn't even want to talk about it. So I understand.
Okay. All right.
She was like,
opposition to that proposal was based not on the notion that the pool was a terrible idea in and of itself, but rather that it was a luxury that our communities could not afford. Oh, well, I agree with Donna on this. Donna is about balanced priorities.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen, so why are they bringing that up?
What do you got to write about good things, man? Come on, what are you going to write about?
I was against blah, blah, blah in 1927. Okay.
You're going to write, Donna doesn't believe in Donna doesn't think that we should get rid of leveling. That's what you want them to write?
Well, let's come. I guess in your campagn message, you should tell it.
But this is not
in
her.
whatever way.
This is someone's writing about her.
I understand, but you should tell these people are told to go ask their friends to write letters to editors to say something positive about them.
But let me give you a story about that.
Oh my God, Anselm!
This is serious. This is serious because in writing letter to the editors,
yes,
you may have a campaign person who writes the letter. And you just
then
send
have
it.
Somebody else sign it.
You sign it and you just send it.
Yeah,
it's done. Trust me, it's done. So there's a great possibility that the person may have penned the letter, the candidate may have penned the letter, and just give it to the person and say, yeah,
you can do that, like with recommendations. You write what's great about it.
No, you shouldn't be doing that. You should let the people write their own thoughts. You shouldn't be giving the people thoughts. You're giving them a false impression.
Well, we don't know if this is the case.
I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying these are some of the things that happen. Were you aware of that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right, good. Her opposition to that proposal was based not on the notion that the pool was a terrible idea in and of itself, but rather that it was a luxury that our communities could not afford. Donna is about balanced priorities. She will insist that spending on new and previously approved initiatives be measured against objective and measurable benchmark of success. Donna believes in expanding the range of education opportunity for all students within the context of the budget constraints. So you think she will maybe think that we should look at those kids being able to be promoted from one level to the next? Because she says a range of education opportunity for all. If you can't get promoted from one level... A
range of educational opportunity for all.
Yeah. So therefore, that we should have more kids of color in AP classes.
That's not what I get from that. And considering the source, that's not what I get from that.
Education opportunity?
A range of educational opportunities
for all students.
So they're saying that you should pretty much have a smorgasbord of opportunities or options, and you select which is best for you. And if level 3 is what's best for you and your kid, then that's what you should have.
Oh, that's what you think?
That is what I interpret from that.
Oh, man.
And considering the candidate, yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Because she's not, a person who's against leveling. I don't like that word leveling. She's not against tracking students.
She's for tracking? She's not against it. She got to be for
Well, according to the opposition, she's not one of the equity people. And there's a quote, air quote thing. So she's not one of them among the other candidates.
All right. So I guess, to me, a range of education opportunities for all students.
Opportunities for
within
all
the context
students.
of budget constraint. It means to say that if a student wants to be promoted from the level 4 to AP classes, and it's going to cost the school more, she may not go for that. If, for example, if the class already met, if there was 24 kids in the class, the AP class, as an example, and a kid in level 4, right, or a kid takes the AP exam, or whatever it is, the qualifications to get in. And
the question is, should there be qualifications to get in?
No, but we're not talking about, we're just talking about her letter, though. Or, well, his letter about her. And he said, Donna believes in expanding the range of education opportunity for all students within the context of budget constraints. For example, she wants to make sure that no willing and capable student... Oh, you see? Here we go.
Continue.
For example, she wants to make sure that no willing and capable student is excluded from honors or advanced classes by artificial or bureaucratic barriers.
Okay.
I urge... So, you see, that's my point.
Everyone wants that.
But you see, you went into a different point.
But that doesn't mean that you should get rid of levels. You don't believe...
You should get rid of levels.
Yes, that's what you believe.
Yeah,
but that's not what she's necessarily saying. She's saying that you should be able to move between them in a more fluid way. But she's not saying to get rid of them.
But she's also saying if there are budget constraints, she's not going to do it. She's not for it. That's what it says within the context of budget constraints. So if the AP classes are filled, to capacity,
should you hire more teachers?
Right,
yes.
And you have to create another class, right? That's going to cost the school. Maybe you may have to hire another teacher. Maybe they may have to bring you in to Columbia in order to teach some AP political class. And you can tell the kids where was iced tea made.
Those weren't my AP students. They have other issues.
Those weren't the AP students?
No. Okay. I really like to tell you what their problem is today.
Okay. All right, we're going to talk about that. right? So they can bring you in. So what she is saying is that I'm not for that. I'm for honors.
Within constraints, yes. So the budget.
There shouldn't be any constraints.
Okay, when we go. Okay, I agree with you.
If I'm an honors student, I should be in honors. If I pass the exam to be in honors classes, the school shouldn't come and tell me, you know what? I'm sorry. We only allotted for 24 kids in that class. We can't go beyond 24. Make it 28. I don't care.
You don't want 28.
Why not?
I mean, I have 34 in a class, and it's really
So
not
look,
the
you
move.
got 34.